Welcome back. Happy Friday, y'all. It is been, did you miss me? I feel like it was a month that passed by, but I know I was only missed by 1 week. I hope you've all had a great day wherever you are in the world, morning, afternoon, and evening. I have two special guests that are behind the scenes and backstage right now that I am super excited and honored to have here with us today. I have Libby Cook and Kirsty Ashton. Now, many of you know pieces of my journey, but there was one piece that is true to my heart. And I can go back and say around April, I took time for self-healing. I took time to allow spirit to come close to bring healing to me in the manner that my spirit needed. And I had come and stumbled across Libby Cook. By Wayne Allman and others spoke so highly of her and her team. As I paused for self, I was able to give in the opportunity to sit Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10:30 as I got to fill my cup up. And it's important that we do take care of our physical body as we do this spiritual work, as we hold space for spirit and for others. And so I was given the honor to sit in circle on Zoom, which Libby does by the goodness and sweetness of her heart, and Kirsty, every Tuesday and Thursday, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, 6:30 UK time, every Tuesday and Thursday. And it's just a beautiful event. The more people that come, the more we receive that attunement and blend in energy. So let's welcome Kirsty and Libby as we bring them both forward with their teams of angels to say some hellos. And please don't forget to share. Don't forget to hit the likes. Don't forget to tap, tap, tap those hearts, y'all. I am hot on fire because these ladies are coming in with full force of love, of spirit. My energy is just burning. So let's bring them in, Richard. Let's give some hellos if you don't mind. Can we bring in Kirsty and Libby? Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having me, Debbie. Hello.
Oh, thank you. You both are true ambassadors for spirit. I had the honor to witness and to watch your work unfold for so many and for the community. My heart just wants to say thank you for the work that you both do for Spirit World.
Well, thank you for that, and but thank you to you and everybody that works for the spirit world, because we do it from a place of love, and it's about giving and never receiving. So it's a very beautiful energy, a collective energy of all.
Yes, yes. Thank you. And so let's give some hellos. Can you see on the comments on the side, Libby and Kirsty? Please give some shout outs. Let's say hello. Say hello to Gina. Hi, Gina. Thank you for being here. Kirsty, Libby, don't be shy, ladies. Let's say some hellos. Go ahead.
Hi, Gina. Thank you for this message.
Did we lose Libby? Did she freeze?
I think
Hello, Gina. I think we lost Libby. She's coming in hot. That energy is just taking us out. Hello, Bonnie. Thank you for being here. Let's hope that she can come back, y'all. Let's send those prayers out to Spirit World. Is she come back? Hello, Bonnie. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Janet. Can you see the comments, Kirsty?
I can, yes. Good evening.
Okay.
And Stacey.
Stays. What a beautiful picture. Carolyn, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so kindly for being here.
Oh, I
From
like Scotland.
Have you been, Kirsty?
I used to live up there.
Really?
Yeah, for 4 years. Beautiful.
Oh, wow. Welcome back, Libby.
I do apologise. So my computer isn't playing tonight. So if I pop in and out,
Okay.
it's the connection. So I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, thank you. Hi, Richard, Debbie, and everyone. Millie B, thank you for being here. So nice to have you. Thank you for holding space. You know, Libby, many people wonder, who is Libby Cook? How would you like the world to know you?
So I want the world to know me as somebody who wants to just create the space to allow us all to come together and find that love, the light of spirit, that love, the energy of God, and for us to all understand who we truly are, that of the spirit. And when we start thinking and working from the aspect of spirit, it doesn't just change our lives, but it changes everyone's around you. And this is why on this journey, I'm very connected to animals. I do a lot of animal communication. But I found my calling, my path through the darkness, as so many of us do. I lost my mom and my horse in the same year. And it's a story you hear repeated again and again, that out of people's absolute grief and darkness of days, that they then go looking and finding and searching, and they find the light. And I do think it's our life journeys that allow us to have an understanding of ourselves and everyone around us. So I know from an early age, we've always got spirit around us, and we never understand it often. Some people do, but I certainly didn't. It's only as I've gone along this journey and looked back from when I was younger that I've realised experiences, spirit have been around as they are, each and every one of us, each and every day. So I'm very much where we need to be kind, nurturing, in environments, in classes, in everyday life. I know it sounds like a cliche, but when we just start to work from that aspect of love, especially the spirit world and spirit work, we've got to all understand we're all the same. There can't be egos. And it's very important to me to create the space within classes, within the attunement circles, within the healing, where everyone feels nurtured and loved, because it's something I haven't always felt along this journey. So it's important that Libby Cook creates that space. So as most people who have found spirit, God, I've had a life of very much ups and downs that's led me to this path now. My true love is healing. Everything I do, everything we do under the mediumship banner has an aspect of healing anyway. Well, the centre is of healing. So it's very important to me. I do a lot of trance healing. I do a lot of work with animals, and I do a lot of work with the SNU. I'm very passionate. Obviously, I've got my own work, but I'm very passionate within my work within the SNU. And that's very important to me. So yes, it's I would say Libby Cook is very much wanting to just make a difference for self and difference to everybody, just to create the air so people can truly get a sense of spirit. Also, the correct knowledge is very important to me, because the correct foundations means that we can build upon them. And there is a lot of misinformation out there, and everything to do with spirit is simple. We complicate things.
Right. I feel that when I work with you. I feel all of that when I learn from you. And when I've taken your mediumship courses, and I sit there and there are things that I've been already doing and active, but it's so nice to have someone hold space and bring it in with love, and to share it with love. And the passion that you have and the gentleness that you have when you're holding space for spirit to come closer is heartfelt. And my spirit just wants to say thank you for the community that you've created for so many of us that put trust in stepping out of that need of saying, okay, I'm ready to receive for self. And I just want to say thank you for being a kind person. My apologies on your experiences, because I know many of us have those stories of the ups and the downs. And this shows how the healing changes and transforms us, and to be able to hold space in such a loving way. And so the work does show And I just want to give gratitude to you, Libby, for sharing that with us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's very much, isn't it, that everyone's journey has been about learning the ups and downs.
Right.
But we can only truly understand the light and the joy if sometimes we've been in the dark. So it is, and it gives us an understanding of one another. And it is, like you said, Debbie, so important that when we create space for ourselves and we are allowing ourselves to grow, then it allows those around us to also grow. So a gift to self is a gift to all.
Right. It's a beautiful ripple effect of love.
It is.
And I love how when we're in that space and we're going into bringing that attunement from spirit, and we could be having a little bit of a hard day, and you seem to always just so gently, your team just knows how to bring us back to that love. It's so cool.
And it's your team, so it's a collective energy. So the minute people come on and create that intent, so just the fact when they come on to sit and attune, the healing on a Tuesday and the attunement circle on a Thursday, it's very much a collective energy where they're able to bring forwards what's needed for each and every one of us. So it's a very beautiful space that we are all very much a part of. So thank you for sharing that with other people, Debbie. On behalf of myself and my team, thank you for opening the door so others can come and just join, sit, and connect to that aspect of spirit and lose the trials and tribulations of us being in a physical form, because it's not always easy being human. And within the pause, we find ourselves. And when we pause for self within meditation, pause for self, and we connect to spirit, that's truly where you'll find the most growth.
Most definitely. If someone were wanting to step into trance, what can one expect? Obviously, you and I, we can feel it. We're in it. We're in that space. When someone who doesn't know, but they're looking and they're searching to step into some type of energy work or some type of space to come to receive that spirit connection, how would you explain what trance is for someone who doesn't know what that is?
So if we want to be technical, trance is a control state when the conscious mind, the human mind, is slowed to such an effect that you move from your conscious aspect to working just solely in the subconscious, and you are where the spirit world have a hold, as opposed to a perception state when you are still connected to the human senses, the clairs. But what the spirit world would really like to start to bring forward is they would like people to take away the focus of the word trance. Because when you start looking at the word trance, you start looking for where you are, what's happening, and what the spirit will need to bring forwards is just sit with spirit. And the closer they come, the more love they bring. The closer spirit come, the less you should feel, think, and hear. Because they're all human senses. So when you truly are the energy and within that love, it is just a space and a hold of nothingness. So you hear lots of...
That's her internet and her power that she's coming with, her team.
We also have some bad weather over here at the moment.
Yes,
So
yes.
probably a bit of that as well.
So we're just going to hold space for all of you that are being affected also by that weather, and we'll give her a chance to come back. Kirsty, I know that you also are a big part behind the scenes that set up everything for this to happen for us as well.
It's all Libby. I've just been there in the background a little bit to help with on the courses, just putting the worksheets up for her. Just to give her a helping hand.
That's work, girl.
But
I see you.
It's all Libby.
We'll say it's all spirit. She's being modest. I know Kirsty does some hard work back there, and I just want to say thank you, Kirsty. I know also, as Libby's in pause, you are also evidential medium who brings forward inspiration and philosophy also, Kirsty, yes?
Yes, I am, yeah.
What is your favorite part about this work that you do?
At first it was the messages.
Yeah.
And when I first came into this about 3 years ago, I'd had a lot of loss over my life that I never recovered from. And I always knew there was something else, but I didn't have all the answers.
Right.
And one day I went to a centre to watch a service, and the minute I sat down there, I felt like I belonged. And I wanted to be able to help people like it helps me.
Right.
So that started me on my journey, because I saw spirit as a child, but as a child I was told it was my imaginary friend.
Yes.
And it was only last week I said to my mum, do you know my imaginary friend was 83 years old?
But it is, yeah.
But then as I got older, I stopped seeing anything until I started on this journey. So when I first started, it was just helping others by giving them a message, because it always helped me. And then I came to philosophy, and it came up in services, and that was the part I dreaded.
Right.
But now I love philosophy, because it's a message for everybody.
I agree. I find that for me, when we're in that state and we're paused to bring forward the message of inspiration, there is a beauty of the essence of spirit that comes into the words. Yeah. And that it comes into, you embody that frequency and that vibration. And so when you are speaking, there is a deep healing that is being brought forward. So not only in the evidential message, but also in the message of your words, of what you're sharing that feels to be inspired to speak on, right?
And the more I got on Libby's attunement call, the more it helps everything in my mediumship, from the messages to the philosophy. And the more I sat, the more comfortable I felt with philosophy.
Right.
Because it was more inspirational once I got practicing.
It does. It does
help.
shift. I remember her saying, it's going to change in another week. And I was like, oh my gosh, something's going to change again. And so you never know how the mediumship shifts and how they work with you differently. And I can tell you that my work has changed by sitting with Libby and getting the attunement since April, and to where I'm at now and her team. There is a great question here. Either one of you would like to answer. I've had such a problem grounding during meditation this week. Any tips?
So my team very much, when we talk about grounding, my team talk about the physical aspect. So that's what they call grounding. So meditation is sitting with self, and attunement is sitting with the spirit world. So I don't know whether Jennifer actually means meditation or sitting with spirit, but it's very much, there needs to be a balance between our physical and spiritual aspects. So if you are struggling physically, then you will very much find that you will not be able to have that calm to connect spiritually. So it's very much that if you just sit with self within the calmness and meditate first and then move to the attunement. But anything we do that creates a balance with us. So just sitting outside within nature, nature actually attunes the frequency and changes our frequency. Having fun, having laughter, anything that is a higher aspect of us physically will actually help us, what people call grounding. It's not a word my team tend to use, is the word grounding. It's a very human word. And what they've said to me about having fun, so you serve the physical body, whether that's through laughter, sitting with nature, taking time out for self, to have a bath, anything that is physical, that serves the physical form will then serve your spiritual needs, because there's duality between them. So that's my spirit team's understanding of grounding. So does that make sense, Jennifer?
Yeah, that makes sense to me. I love it. Thank you.
We always seem to go looking, don't we, for and this word grounding.
Yeah.
But it's very much that if you do anything that changes your physical frequency, laughter, sitting by the ocean, having fun with friends, that creates a balance. It changes your own energy field. And as it changes your energy field physically, that then helps you later on to connect to spirit, or helps you day to day anyway.
Beautifully said. I know, Richard, we had some other questions in here that we may have missed in between me and Libby and Kirsty talking here. So, great question. Kaza, what happens to a soul when they transition?
Do you want me to answer this one, Kirsty? So this is a subjective question. So I am going to give you it how my team give it to me. So what they say to me is the soul is the aspect that we always use to have a physical form. And it is of a different energy. It has a containment. The spirit, your auric field, is what's able to move through the spirit world. So what happens as your physical form starts to pass away, what happens is your soul, which is connected to the physical, as that transitions back to the spirit world, that very much is anchored. Your soul is very much the essence, very much everything you've ever been within earth or any other physical form. The energy field around you, which is your spirit energy, that is what has been changed from you being within a physical form, and that is able to move freely through the spirit world and the consciousness. So if you're asking, so none of us will ever truly know this until we pass over, but I need you to know that the minute the physical form dies, your soul goes back to spirit. We don't need to help a soul transition. We like to think as humans, but that isn't something. It's a natural process. As soon as the physical body dies, which encompasses and keeps us in this human frequency, as soon as that passes away, your soul moves straight away into the frequency of the spirit world. The spirit world are all around us. It's just that we can't see them. So the way my team give it to me is the soul and the spirit is two different things. The soul is the vehicle, is the gateway, what we need whenever we're in a physical form. The soul is what you connect to, evidentially, your loved ones, your essence, and it's going to crash again.
What a beautiful explanation on how you broke that down for us, though, Libby. We can hear you coming back. What an amazing evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are. I hope if there are any other questions, this is the time to send them in. Kaza, thank you for asking that, because I find that that's a big question that a lot of us kind of want to sit with and try to understand. And she brought that forward in such a beautiful way. How do you connect with your loved ones? Do you want to answer that, Kirsty? Uh-oh, did we lose you too, Kirsty? Oh, there you are.
Oh, I was just thinking, sorry.
Okay, no. And
Libby?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
yes.
Can you see me?
It's okay, but we can hear you. Your picture's there.
Okay, so this goes back to the soul question. Remember, everything I'm bringing forward is how my team have explained it to me. So when we connect energy, evidentially, we are connecting to the energy of the soul. The soul has a containment to it. The soul, they describe it as a book. And think of the book being bound, and each chapter is a life that you have had. And each chapter is a life that you've had with one another. So when we connect evidentially, we are connecting to the energy of a loved one's soul. It has to be singular. The spirit world is lots and lots and lots of different minds all together. So when we connect to just one aspect, it has to be the aspect of the soul. But what happens is they give it to me like this, that when you're stood connecting to the energy of the soul, your spirit teams come forwards. And think of that as a pane of glass. So everything your loved one is, their essence, their love, their joy, their being, their memories, is brought forwards. It comes to your spirit team, and they change the information, the energy, well, not change it, but they bring it forwards in such a way so the medium then can understand it. So just as a pane of glass will not distort that information in any way, because you can see through a pane of glass, that's your spirit team. But they very much bring forward that the energy of the soul has a containment. It's like a book. It is a very different energy. It's structurally very different. And that is why you're able to connect to just one person, one loved one. And when we do trance work, philosophy, you're able to connect to the energy of lots of different minds, because that's the energy of the spirit, the energy of consciousness.
Beautifully said. I think that you even answered for a question for so many, because when they're working, I find that people have asked me, why, Debbie, am I only working with one spirit and I'm not opened up to multiple? And you just answered that in such a beautiful way right now. So thank you, Libby, for sharing that.
Can I just add something?
Yes, please, Kirsty.
That your loved ones are always around you, that every single day they're always there, and if you can't connect to spirit yourself, they are still surrounding you, and they leave little signs for you. You could get a feather, but just talk to them like they're still here, because that's what they like you to do. And they're always there to support you.
Yeah, it's really important. You're just making the intent to welcome them and to develop that different type of relationship, that you will build a stronger new connection in a way that is going to be unfolding in the way that you would understand. So I love that question. Thank you, Anne, for asking. Richard, are there any other questions that are sitting in the queue? You guys are amazing. Thank you both for being here and just holding space.
You're welcome.
Give gratitude to Richard and Sophie for holding space today and opening up the platform in honor of spirit. Thank you for those who shared. Thank you for those who hit the likes, and thank you for sending hearts. And don't forget to follow Libby and Kirsty as their information goes forward on the banner. So did they go through a healing process in the spirit world? That's a good question. Do either of you want to answer that?
Libby?
So I can't see anything. My computer's completely crashed. So
we
what
can hear you.
I don't know if I'm frozen on screen. I do apologise. So it won't allow me to join back. But what was the question, Debbie?
Do the spirits go through a healing journey after transition?
So it depends. So the way we think of healing within our physical dimension, within the human form, is very different to the aspect of healing in the spirit world. This is another very subjective question. You've got to remember, you're going back to what you originally truly are. You're going back to a higher state of consciousness. So when you go back home, it is very much where you haven't got all the energy, you haven't got a physical body, so there's no healing within a physical sense. Emotionally, the conscious aspect, you are residing back in the spirit world. So energetically, you are back home. They've just said to me, it is like putting a piece of a jigsaw puzzle back into the right place, so everything just slots in. So there is an understanding, an acknowledgement, but it isn't within the aspect of healing what we receive within our physical form, because we have a disconnect from the spirit world. So that's how my team have just brought that forward. That it isn't within, because you're sat truly within the energy of God back in the spirit world. So you've automatically, when you aren't of the physical form anymore, when your soul's back home and your energy is that of spirit, and you're residing truly next to the energy of all, then there is a calm, there is a balance, and there is an instant healing just with that connection alone. That's how they've asked me to answer it.
Beautiful. Thank you, Libby. I find find that cause is asking some amazing questions, and I find each and every one of you that has shared the questions, thank you, or have asked questions, thank you, and thank you for everyone for holding space. It's okay, Libby, that we don't see you because we can hear you, which is nice.
I will try and come on my phone.
Okay.
So I have been having trouble with electronics lately.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
It does. I get it.
Yeah.
Sarah's asking, Libby, does a baby's soul appear at conception or at birth?
Okay, so this is an interesting one. This actually come up in a trance demonstration. And so what they said to me is the minute the intent of life has been created, then that intent of life means that there has to be an aspect of the soul in order to allow a portal, to allow that connection. They just said to me, think of the soul as the book that binds the physical with the spiritual. Therefore, the minute there is the intent and a new beginning is born, there has to be an aspect of the soul within it.
Beautiful.
So I'm very much answering these in an altered state from my team. So the answer to that question would be, remember, this is subjective. I have not got the answers. Nobody in this world has the answers. So I can only give you on my understanding as it is at this time, and it might change. I'm only giving you what my team's giving me. So they are very much showing me. Also, when somebody loses a child, whether that child is 1 day old, in effect, because energetically there is a shift, there is a transition. Once two aspects of a human come together to create one, within that energy, you have already got an evolution, a progression and a change. And in order for that, then yeah, you do have to have the soul at conception. And that soul will then energetically be able to leave if that pregnancy then doesn't come to full term.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
It does. Thank you. Yeah. How are we doing, Sophie, on comments? Can we send another one? Thank you. Sophie is doing an amazing job bringing forward the comments so that we can answer. Thank you, Sophie. Uh-oh, look who's that.
1 second.
Oh, great question.
Okay, yes. So are we sorted? I've turned my computer off and I'm on my phone.
I can see you now.
Perfect. Thank you. We will take a quick break as we try to fix that audio. Be right back. Don't go nowhere.
The SPTV Divine Guidance Oracle Pack, a unique blend of inspiration and artistic beauty. Our captivating set of 78 cards combines the power of ancient archetypes, celestial guidance, and the essence of life itself to provide you with a unique tool for self-discovery, clarity, and transformation, all lovingly housed within an exclusive rigid box. The pack includes a booklet that delves into every card in detail, some of which carry dual meanings for deeper interpretation. The booklet also features 8 distinctive card spread layouts. Among these treasures, you'll discover 22 major arcana, 9 main archangels, 4 elements, and 40 life cards, each a work of art, radiating beauty and delivering profound messages that resonate deeply within your being. The SPTV Divine Guidance Pack, where beauty meets enlightenment. Pre-order today and unlock the extraordinary wisdom that awaits you. To be among the pioneers in experiencing our forthcoming collection and to reserve your pack in advance, as well as to access more details, including a sample audio description, kindly visit sptv.uk/cards.
Join us at the Bognor Regis Spiritualist Centre for a captivating mediumship demonstration on Saturday the 11th November from 7:30 p.m. Experience an evening of connection with the spiritual realms, featuring the talents of Bill Hughes, David Hale, and Caroline Johnson. For more information and to book tickets, please visit bognorspiritualistcentre.co.uk.
Nadija Bajami, a proficient strategic hypnotherapist, mind coach, grief educator, accomplished Reiki master, and gifted psychic medium, extends a warm invitation to join us on an exploration during a 4-week introductory mediumship course. As a special privilege, this extraordinary opportunity is being offered to our esteemed VIP members without any associated costs. Immerse yourself in the art of refining your innate talents and finding balance in communion with the realm of spirits. The course begins on Sunday, November 5th, at 7 p.m. via Zoom, and details will be placed in the VIP lounge. For more information on becoming a VIP, visit sptv.uk.
I get it, Mama.
If I'd have known, then I'd have prepared myself to.
Yeah, no, it's understandable. It's okay. Richard, were you able to fix Libby how she is? Okay.
Oh, I tell you what, Richard's very good.
Okay.
So can I answer? This is a lovely question from
Yes.
Millie B.
Yes.
Do spirit hear you if you talk in your mind instead of out loud? Absolutely. So you've got to think of the spirit will very much need us to stop thinking physically, and the way they're bringing things forward is all energetically now. And spirit is conscious thought. So very much so in the trance, if I don't speak, I hear the words clear as day in my mind, like clairaudiently. So every single thought is got living energy. So when we have thoughts in our minds and we connect to spirit, that is actually what we're doing, evidentially. And so spirit very much hear us talking in our minds as much as we speak physically, because thinking and talking in your mind is actually how spirit think. They haven't got a voice. They haven't got a physical body. Spirit is conscious thought. So lovely question, Millie B, but definitely. So speak to your loved ones, speak to your teams from the energy of the mind.
Thank you, Millie B, for that amazing question. And I hope you guys are here holding space. Thank you so much. Our apologies that we stepped out on that little advert that was coming back in hot. I hope you're sharing, sending the love. If we return in reincarnation, is it possible our choice, or is it the higher powers to return?
So this is subjective again. So it's very much, so I can only bring forwards how my team bring it forwards, and that we have a choice. We have a choice if we want to be in any form of physical form. But in order for growth and learning and the experiences we have physically, changes our energy field. Our energy field is our spirit. So when we go back, we're structurally different. And that means we can move to different parts of the consciousness, different parts of the spirit world. So the way my team always give it to me, it is a choice. And sometimes we choose to be in a physical form so we can come and help others. It isn't, we always think it's about our journey, don't we? But you will find there is a lot of souls in this world that are walking among other souls in order to allow energy, love, wisdom to move and evolve mankind, to allow the pure light to come forwards to help us shift in consciousness. So don't always look as reincarnation for self. Sometimes reincarnation can be for all.
I believe that. Great question, Debbie. You know, Libby, I find that a lot of times we wonder some people ask me, what does it mean to hold space? A lot of times people say, well, it's all about connecting to the self, the power of self, and connecting to that energy and frequency with spirit. How would you define holding space for another person?
So holding space, you can look at lots of different aspects. So you can hold space for yourself with meditation. The meditation is connecting to ourselves. It's not to do with the spirit world. And it changes our own energy field. It creates that balance. It creates that pause. And it just allows us a sense of being. Can you feel as I'm talking now, the energy starting to change around each? And this isn't to do with the spirit. This is the power of self. We are so powerful and loving. So it's important to hold space for self without the spirit world. But then we hold space for self with the spirit world. And this isn't about going out and working, evidentially, going out and doing trance speaking. This is about sitting with your teams, and that's what attunement is, blending. Sitting with the spirit world in order to develop every aspect of your spiritual journey. It's about getting your team getting to know you, you getting to know your team. It's about allowing them to come close and bring forward their love. It's about going on a journey without an intent of destination, but allowing yourselves to go on that journey. And we are getting busier and busier being human beings. We are so fast paced. When do you ever stop and pause? And so I like to think holding space for self is a pause. Pause within the meditation, connecting to our own self. And that's important to serve our own spirit and connect to our own power. But then also holding space with the spirit world, attunement, blending, and allowing your teams to come close. And they're both important. It's very important on this journey to find that balance, to look after ourselves physically, because we've got to remember there's a duality. We are spirit within a physical form. And that's very much what the Tuesday healing is about, and Friday the attunement is just creating that space in order for us to grow. If you think of a flower, this is how the spirit wants to bring it forward. If you don't nurture a flower, you don't water it, give it the correct light, which is the light of spirit, light of self, and bring forward that love, that flower will grow, but it will never truly grow to its full potential. It will never truly blossom and bloom. So that is what holding space is. It's allow us to nurture, blossom, and bloom to our highest potential, both physically and spiritually.
Beautifully said. Thank you. I know that our last, I believe it was Tuesday, we really went into that earth, and we really set love to the earth because of what we're currently going through collectively, and how we just nourish the love ourselves and then the love for humanity. I know we're going to be closing with a collective healing, and when we go into that, Libby's team will step forward as she holds space for us to go into that space together. So get comfortable. There is a question here from John. He's saying, hi all, lovely to see you all. What is spirit world like? Beautiful question, John.
And it's one none of us can answer, because the spirit world, none of us will ever truly know. But what we do know about the spirit world is take away everything that we are as human, the negatives, and just bring forwards the happiest you've ever been, the most love you've ever felt, the most your heart has sung. And that is the spirit world. It is just pure love, pure consciousness, and it is home. I must stress this, the spirit world is home. We are living human existence. So there need be no fear. There just needs to be an understanding. So many people think there's a negative aspect in the spirit world. And the reason they think that is because they think how we are of a human, but it isn't. It isn't. You remove the human part of you and you're left with spirit, and spirit, the energy of God. And that is pure love, pure light. And so because of that, there is no negativity. So just know, and the spirit world, my team have just said to me, the spirit world is what it needs to be in the moment to each and every one of you. And where you are in your journey within this earth, allow the spirit world to be shown to you, so you feel them and you touch them, so that your soul sings, your light shines, and that they are what they need to be in the moment till you come back home and you have remembrance of what is.
Love that. You really do take us in a journey as you speak. I sit here in awe of that presence of spirit as we're all coming together as a community holding space. John, amazing question. Thank you. Sophie, do we have another in there, my love? And you also have an Eventbrite, a fundraiser that you've actually created that's going to take us to another level of attunements. 4 hours, a 4-hour course.
So it's, if you go onto my page, so as I've said before, I'm massively involved in the SNU, and it's a fundraiser. Every penny goes to a church, Belper Church. But it's going to be 4 hours of sitting and blending. We're going to go on a healing journey shortly. So it will be lots of sitting and attunement. They bring forward how an understanding, very simple terms, so that you have an understanding of what the mechanics of trance is, what the mechanics of connecting to the spirit world is. It's going to cover trance healing, inspirational writing, experimenting, the spoken words, but it will be 4 hours of holding space for self, a collective energy, so it changes your frequency and enhances every aspect of your spiritual journey. And every penny goes to Belper. So if you go on to the Eventbrite link, then we would love for you to join us.
Yes, we would. We would love for you to join us. I have a link put out there. We'll share it and we'll keep sharing it. I know that it is for us in California. I'm in California. I know in the UK it's from 4 to 8, but for our time slot, it's 8 to 12. And this is a trance workshop that if you follow Libby Cook on Eventbrite, you'll also be able to follow all her future events as well. And I know, Kirsty, you also have a website that you have where Spirit is Everywhere that you've created.
Yeah.
What inspired you to create Spirit is Everywhere?
It was just as I got going on this journey and everything, I thought I just want to create a space for people to come together. And I still don't know fully where it's going to end up because it's not for me to know. And I trust in everything that it'll all unfold. But I'm going to start doing some lives and do readings. So that is the next step of where it is. But I just want to create a loving environment where people feel included. And because all my life I felt awkward until I came into this movement. Around people, I could be in a room full of people I know and still feel awkward, even though it's my loved ones. But when I started this journey, I felt like I belonged. And working with Spirit gave me confidence. So the more I'm doing, I'm sort of like finding myself more. So setting up my Facebook group, I just want a place for people to come, and the first thing I'm going to be doing is readings, and my first one will be with a friend of mine called Paula Bounds.
Hi. Congratulations in embracing that new journey and path that you created for yourself and the community. It takes courage, and to take that step to say, here I am. Congratulations to you on your journey and where you are today, because you're in that flow and the power of Spirit. So thank you, Kirsty.
Spirit gives me confidence. I'm one of the shyest people, but I'm now finding my confidence, and I think it's through working with Spirit to sort of bring it out in me.
Really does. that energy just pushes us to go. And congratulations, because once you go, you're going to keep going and going and going. Even when we don't know where we're going to keep going and going. So hold on, girl. That's what I got to say. So when a soul passes, how long does it take for them to come through?
So it doesn't. So I've connected to somebody who's been past 30 seconds, literally.
Yeah.
A lady rung me, a friend, and she said, "Can you connect to my mom?" So instantly I did. And a bit like people that have Alzheimer's, they start to lose their conscious mind. So you're able to connect to them energetically, spiritually.
Right.
Yeah. So there is no time. Absolutely not. You can make that connection with anyone that has passed instantly. There is no times of this world. And as soon as that soul is released and the spirit, the frequency, you are instantly in with the spirit world. The spirit world's all around us. It's only our containment of our electromagnetic field that keeps us within this human frequency and why we see the world around us. So the minute that electromagnetic field dissipates and the soul is released, your spirit energy is released and you're back with the spirit world. It's instantaneous. So the same as us being able to connect to the spirit world, it's within, I mean, that had been literally 15, 30 seconds. She took her last breath and she picked the phone up and I spoke to her.
Wow. Very powerful. Thank you, Nicole, for your question. Libby, are we ready to go into some collective healing?
So we are. So we're going to do it like I do it. I don't do anything. Did you see how I tried to take credit? Yeah. Absolutely not. Because by doing nothing, we do everything. And the hardest part on this journey, it doesn't matter how you work with spirit, is for us to do nothing and just allow them to do it.
Yeah.
So we are going to go on a journey. So whether you're watching this on a replay or doing it now, I just asked, this is going to be a healing journey. This is very much, so Debbie's going to add some lovely soft music and it just allows us to just calm the conscious mind. Now you'll start to feel the energy already starting to change because we're setting that intent for healing. We are just going to go on a journey to create peace within ourselves. And then we're going to allow that energy, that peace, that love to be transmitted out into the world at this time. This is going to be a collective energy of love for self, love for all. So I just ask now that you just start to blend in the energies. You close your eyes. Allow the rise and the fall of the breath to create a calm. And within that calm, you start to connect to the energy of the heart. And the energy of the heart is the energy of love. And think of your heart as pure white light. And this pure white light that's within your physical form is connected to the energy all around you. With each breath in, the light within your heart shines brighter. You will feel a calmness, a balance, a peace. And allow the light of the heart now to start to wrap around the body. This is you creating love for self and us from our world, bringing our love forwards. As we come together now to wrap you in our love. And as you feel this love start to build, the aspect of your physical form falls away. And you are just pure white light. And that is your true nature, that of the spirit. And this pure white light just starts to grow. And just as you've connected to the energy of your heart, think of the planet you reside on now, Mother Earth. And at the center of her core is also her heart, her consciousness, her love. And allow the light of yourself now to project outwards, to connect to the energy of Mother Earth, the energy of her light. As you connect within the beating heart, her energy center, you are absorbing all that power, all that light, and all that love. You are Mother Earth. The trees, the rivers, the water, everything that we use to make Mother Earth, we use to make you too. So allow this connection of self to her as you sit and reside within her energy. You are now just one. You are now just pure light. And with each breath, you feel her breath. This inner peace, this calm, this tranquility. And now imagine yourself wrapping your love, your light around the Mother Earth. A collective energy of all that are sitting, all that are blending. But as you wrap this love around her, you are bringing forward that balance, that peace, that calm. Allow this energy of healing to build. As this light that has been wrapped, every living being, every soul that resides upon this planet now will also receive this healing. Allow the mind of man to subside and allow each soul within the planet to feel the peace, the love, the energy of God, that spark of the divine, to create balance. There are many changes within your world. You see much suffering, but concentrate on the aspect of the light, not of the dark, as we can manipulate the energies of the light to create a higher aspect of healing. Know within this moment, we are working from the energy of the heart. As we now create a connection to the energy of God. And God is anything you need God to be at this time, the creator of all. Pure love, pure balance, pure harmony. Allow the center of consciousness itself, the highest aspect of healing, the heartbeat of our world, the heartbeat of yours, the heartbeat of the planet to come together. As within this energy we are building, we can bring something for self and something for all. You are never alone. Those that feel they are in the dark know they can connect to the aspect of divine that resides within. Feel this healing power. Feel this energy, the calm. Let us just sit within the silence. Your soul will sing. We understand there is much trouble within your world. But since we created man, this has always been. Those that lead from the energy of the mind and not from the energy of the spirit, that of love, of kindness. And we bring forward a shift now. change in frequency, in consciousness. Your intent, your openness to want the healing allows us to change the beating heart of your planet. This in turn changes the frequency and allows us to bring a higher aspect of love, that of the divine. Each one of you are powerful and loving. From our world, we see you as such bright lights. If only you could see the light of self. So we ask now that you concentrate and start to look inwards and think of all the positive aspects of your own soul, what kind beings you are, the openness to create this energy of healing. We are able to amplify this now. When you start to find peace within yourselves, this creates peace for all. Your journeys will never be easy. But in order to truly feel love and joy, there has to be an experience of an arduous journey of a darkness. And where those in your world feel there is a dark shadow cast upon man at this time, know there is still so much light. It is truly when you see and feel the darkness that the light can come in. And there are changes. There are miracles. There are many that will walk upon you once again and help create this shift, this new way, this new being. Feel the energies build. This energy of love, peace, healing. And all this energy comes from that you call God. God is just the purest love, the brightest light, the creator, creation itself. So when you think of this energy now, it allows us to bring forward a higher aspect, a higher conscious energy, more love, more light, more healing. So let us just sit. Allow your teams to come closer than ever, with the knowing, the trust, the understanding that it is just your light with our light, your love with our love. Your soul has a knowing and understanding. When you just accept what is in the world and not what you want it to be, it creates a balance in your own mind, a balance within your own heart. And this then will be projected onto others. Which we bring forward a collective healing, healing for all mankind. So do not fear any journey. Know that sometimes on the stormiest of seas, it is the light of our world, light of the spirit world that will steer you home. You are never alone. Just the thought to our world creates that connection. So at this time, think of somebody within our world who brought so much love to you in your world, where your souls were entwined. And out of this purest white light, they will appear. You will see them, sense them, know them. Allow them to come closer than ever at this time, bringing memories of love, of joy, their hand held in your hand, their physical form with yours once more. Your mother, your brother, your sister. As they come out of the light and once more are with you. When you have truly loved, this is an unbreakable bond. There is no separation from our world to yours. Just allow them now to come and sit and be. Find that peace once more. We love you. We don't leave you. Merely moving from one form to another. Feel the true energy of spirit now, that of your loved ones. They come and nurture. Ease the burden within your heart, and tears shed are just because of the love that was had. So know in this moment you can connect back home. Just sit with us within our world and think. Think of one that you have loved. They will come forward, sensing them, feeling them, knowing them once again. Within this peace that you are finding, we can use this energy to create peace for all. Bringing forward a new understanding for your world. To allow the energy of the mind of man to shift. To connect to that of the spirit. So as the energy begins to change once more, know the energy of healing is the energy of love, the energy of God, and that spark of the divine that is in each and every one of you shines bright each and every day. We love you, we nurture you, and we create the peace within. And so just as the spirit world, just allow their energies now to step back. Just allow the breathing to quicken, the mind to become more active. And you just start to move towards that, your human mind. The noises in the room become clearer, but with a knowing and an understanding that you will never walk alone. You are spirit within. So we just ask now, nicely, slowly and gently, nice deep breaths. And as we quicken with the breath, our energy becomes more active. And as our energy becomes more active, we start to move towards that human frequency once more. So nicely, slowly and gently. And just back into the here and now.
I don't want to come back.
So I'm mindful this is being broadcast, so I made sure that I allowed my team to come in close, but I've kept my eyes open at all times, because I appreciate this is an open space, you know, where we've got lots of different people at different aspects of their journey that might be watching it.
Right. Thank you for holding space, not only for us, but for everyone that is here. Thank you, everyone, for holding space. Thank you, Nicole, for your kind words. Kirsty, thank you for being here. Libby, thank you for being here. And your teams, our teams, all of your teams is how Billy B is saying powerful thank you, inner healing is how we all bring that wow factor for showing up for self. So congratulations yourselves for showing up for yourself and for spirit. Libby, you're always doing so many things, and I love the passion that you have and the dedication you have for spirit. Can you please let the community know what you'd like to share with them, what you're offering, what you're doing, where they can find you, and where you are?
So I've got a Libby Cook Trance Medium and Development page. Please come on there, because we do healing on a Tuesday, similar to this, but my team come a lot closer. And on a Thursday, it's an attunement circle. But please go on the North Yorkshire District Council online education. The link's on here. I've got, we've created lots of free talks with Minister Judith Seaman on prayer, Arthur Finley tutors. So it's about creating correct foundations and education. So they are the two pages where we've created space for lots of free tutorials, talks. So yes, thank you for allowing me to share them.
Oh no, thank you for setting that up and being a service, to spirit, and really providing an educational place where we can have inspiration, awareness, nourishing families to come together, because we become a community and we start to say, we get familiar with everyone. Hey, how are you? Hello. And that love, that kindness that you continue to share out is a ripple effect for each and every one of us when we come together in that way. So thank you for creating that space. Kirsty, what are you offering? What are you doing? I know you said you have lives coming. Can you repeat your website, where you are, and where people can find you?
On Facebook, my group is called Spirit is Everywhere, and I'll be putting up things of what I'm up to and when the lives will be and everything like that. I'm just busy doing services.
Can I ask you, would you like to close with any type of inspiration words or what may come? But I felt if you want to share anything of your heart, this is the time that you can share for anyone that's listening to you. Kirsty. If you have any words that you'd like to share. I
just want everybody to know that, like my group is called, Spirit is Everywhere. Spirit is always around us. And whether you can't see them or hear them or feel them, they're still around you, watching over you. They can leave signs of a feather. You may see a robin at the bottom of a garden. And that's just making you aware that Spirit is with you. And we're never alone. At times we feel alone, but we never are. Not with the spirit world always around us, supporting us and loving us. Because they are still here, whether you lost a mum, dad, or even a friend. You can still count on them from spirit, and they're only ever a thought away. So when you need them, just ask them to come close, because they still want to love. They still love you as much from spirit as they did on the earth, and spirit is everywhere, always around us, and we're never alone. Thank you.
Beautifully said. Such a lovely show. I really enjoyed it. Thank you, Richard, Debbie, Libby, and Kirsty. Beautiful comments. Thank you so much for the kind words, Millie B. Sophie, thank you too for holding space and bringing forward the comments tonight. It's really cool having you as the producer in the house on SPTV. You did an amazing job, Sophie. And Richard, again, thank you for creating such a beautiful community so that we can come together and honor a spirit. Cause, I loved this tonight. Beautiful. I know, again, Tuesdays and Thursdays, the link is going to always be the same. I have as 816-1511-1423 Spirit. Every Tuesday, every Thursday, always the same. Everyone is welcome. This is a platform that Libby and her team and Kirsty have come together to hold space and honor a spirit. I know that also November 11th, their fundraiser for Eventbrite for the trans attunement. The fee, I believe, is $15 UK. For my side of the world, it's $19.04 for those in the US dollars. Under $20, a 4-hour class, $5 an hour. You think about it, you cannot go wrong as you're receiving the inspiration of writing, inspiration of speaking, of self-healing, and that close connection to hold space for yourself and the community. I've done your workshops. I just adore and eat it all up. I love sitting in space and just in that space and just in awe of all of it. So I know you all would be feel the same way. So she comes from her heart. Please come. And of course, don't forget the NYDC online education. So those are 3 things that these 2 beautiful ladies are part of. I'm so grateful that you enjoyed the show. We'll be back next Friday at 10 o'clock. We'll be back at regular time. Thank you, ladies, for being a guest on SPTV.
Thank you, Debbie, for having us.
And thank you to you, Debbie, for creating it, and everyone SPTV. Lots of love from my team going out to you all.
Thank you. Thank you so kindly for the amazing energy that was brought forward in such a loving, gentle way. You guys are amazing souls, and my heart thanks you. Thank you kindly, Richard. Yeah. There is a link that was recently placed for any free live readings with Irene and Stacy. So you also all can hop along and go join that. So thank you again, Richard. Thank you to the SPTV family. Thank you for those that go back and hit that replay button. Thank you for those who shared, sent the likes, and hearted. So much love from my heart to yours. Have a beautiful rest of your weekend. Take care. See you next week. Bye.
Bye, everybody. God bless.
God bless. Thank you.